So that's the P63 registration, November 6763, United States, DB flags none, and type is P63 King Cobra, 1946 Bell P63 King Cobra, American Air Power, and blah blah blah. So again, November 12th, and legs all, and the time is 19:21:53. That's the time of the crash. And that means 7:21 p.m. at 53 seconds it crashed. Now the local time could be totally different from that one. So the ground speed at that time was 219 knots, and the barrel altitude above ground level was 600 feet, and the vertical rate, it was still descending. It was trying to go back to, remember, the height of P51 was at about 450 feet, so it had to be behind and on the same level of that aircraft. So it was still descending with a high rate of descent. 1536 feet per minute is pretty steep angle to go down. And look at its track. It was at 352. Well, if I go one more second further, it's going to show 348. So the final heading recorded on this website, ADSB Exchange, the final heading was 348 degrees. So still not in line with the runway, which was about 330 or 310 degrees. So P63 took off at about 1914, 7:14 p.m. and let me get it to speed 10 so this should go fly faster. And you would see that it just made one, because it flew later, it had to join the formation, so it was not given that long pattern to hold on the holding area on the other side of the spectators. It was cleared to join the formation, so it just took a minute. And let's see, when it crossed over the runway, why did it stop? Hello? Keep going. Look, sometimes this website goes bonkers. Okay, I got it back on track. So it went in, flew a left-hand circle on the eastern side of the audience, the spectators, and straight away it joined the other formation. Now over the runway, oh, my battery's dying. Over the runway, we will see the time. I will stop it over the runway. There. So when it crossed the runway, wait a second, where's the runway? Oh, sorry, yeah, just go much forward. Here we go, it's coming. Now right over the runway, I would stop it here, just like I stopped the Mustang. So that's 1917-54, and Mustang was at 1917-53, so 1 second ahead of this plane. But look at the height, 1400 feet. The Mustang was at 1300 feet, so that means there was a difference of 100 feet. This plane was higher 100 feet than the Mustang. And this, the visibility and the thing, it can't be in a formation, because they were at exactly at the same direction. Look at the direction at the bottom. The track is 253, and that was on 254. So they were going in the same direction. This was 100 feet higher than P1, the Mustang. So this is very surprising for me, that how could they keep the formation? That means they had a third reference point. So maybe the lead aircraft was in between them. But still, it can't be lowered 50 feet. I've never seen this kind of formation that the lead is at 1350 feet and the trailing, the second information is at 1300 feet below him. And then the third one is on top, 1400 feet above the lead. That kind of formation I've never seen. So there might be a plane in between them, but there was not B-17 at this time, because later on I will show you at what time, where was B-17 at this time. So they were in a strange kind of formation, but that's not in I mean, it could be their how they organize that one. So it's not a serious question. What I'm saying is that we should keep in mind that this plane was always, as you would see throughout its path, it was always higher than the previous P51. Always higher 100 feet than Mustang. So I'm putting it on speed 10. So see, it did the same circle towards the west of the runway. Now it gets stuck sometimes, so I have to put it on the next leg. So see, that happens to this ADSB website, and maybe my connection is not so good here. I'm sitting outside. I'm on 4G. So there we go. It completed the first turn, and look at the speed, 148 knots, pretty slow. 149, 150, and now it's parallel to the runway, which is 311, and they went into the right-hand loop. And they will get parallel to the runway. It's climbing up, so you can see 192 feet from 0 feet. Now it's descending. It is at 1400 feet at the moment. So let's get it faster. There we go. So it gets into a right-hand turn here, and just look at the speeds, 153, 150 knots. It's climbing. It goes up to 1500 feet. And when I compared the data with Mustang, it was always above the Mustang until, I will tell you the point where they were on the same height on the final leg. It's 1920, 32, 1 minute and 12 seconds before the collision. So when it goes up to 1600 feet, I will tell you, I will stop it there. Okay, 1600 feet, stop. At 1600 feet, these planes, I mean, at least this one, P63 stood, flew straight and level for about 8 seconds. So that's 2058 all the way till 2107, 192107. Till that time, it flew straight and level, means, and they were on the same height. And then they broke off, and P51 climbed up to 1850 feet, 1825 feet after breaking up. But this plane flew up to 2100 feet. Check it out. 10x. You can see 1600 feet. It's going straight. Now it's climbing, and it climbed up to, look there, 2100 feet. And now it's puts down the nose down position, and now it goes down. So I'll get him stuck again. So on the next leg, now we see the final moments. It's parallel to the Southampton Road, well cleared that road, which is the ground reference for them. 5% battery left. Keep going. Okay, on the next leg, there, and look at his heading. Heading is 352, and that's the final turn, the fatal turn, where he got crashed. What we need to see here is that it's well cleared on the left of this Southampton Road, and it made its normal turn just like P51 towards the runway. So he was not overshooting, nothing of that sort, because the left side is the track of P51. There, this is P51's track. There, and this one is, so they were well clear laterally. And once later you would see that they were well clear of B17 too. It was B17 which came into their way. So next part of my video would be about the B17.